Hello children and welcome to the class. We have learnt about many things in this whole class. We have learnt about living beings, non-living beings. We have learnt about animals and plants. But all these things that we have learnt about are actually on our planet, the Earth. But have you ever wondered, looking at the blue sky, what lies beyond it? Have you ever wondered where the sun actually is? Or is there any other planet like our own Earth? These are the questions that we are going to answer in today's class and in the chapter, the solar system. We are going to learn about stars. We are going to learn about the solar system, asteroids and meteoroids, the moon, movement of the Earth and changing of seasons. The sun, as we know, is at the center of our solar system and 8 planets revolve around the sun in fixed orbits. Together with these 8 planets, the sun forms the solar system. As we can see in this picture, each of the planet revolves around the sun in a fixed orbit. These planets do not have light of their own. They reflect the light of the sun. Now let us understand more about these planets one by one. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. It is therefore the hottest, and that is why it appears red in color. No life is possible on Mercury because Mercury has very hot days and very hot nights. The second planet is Venus. Venus and Earth are often called sister planets because Venus is approximately of the same size as Earth. Venus can be seen in the morning sky and the evening sky, and it is therefore also referred as the morning and the evening star. Venus also cannot support life because once again it is close to the sun and it gets heat up very fast. This is our own planet, Earth. As we can see, most of the Earth is covered with water. That is why when seen from space, Earth seems to be like a blue planet. The Earth is at the right distance from the sun, neither too far nor too close. Therefore, life is possible on Earth. Right after Earth is the red planet called Mars. Mars appears red in color due to the presence of red soil and rocks on it. In fact, after Earth, scientists believe that Mars is the only planet that is capable of supporting life. However, no evidence of the same has been discovered till date. Moving on to the next planet after Mars. Here we are with Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet of the solar system. It revolves at a very fast speed. That is the reason we see gaseous clouds all around it. Life is not possible on Jupiter because Jupiter does not have a solid surface. After Jupiter, we come to the lightest planet of the solar system, which is Saturn. Saturn has got beautiful rings around it. Saturn is so light that if you put it in a bucket of water, Saturn would actually float. After Saturn comes Uranus. Uranus has got ice on it. It is very far from the sun. And together with the 8th planet, which is called Neptune, Uranus and Neptune together are called twin planets. This is because of their size as well as because of the presence of ice on it. We have learned about planets. Now let us learn about things that are as rocky as the planets, but they are smaller in size. Asteroids. Asteroids are rocky bodies. They also orbit around the sun and they can be seen orbiting majorly in between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. We now come to meteorites. Meteorites are rocks that keep moving about in space. Sometimes these rocks enter the surface of the Earth, and because of the Earth's atmosphere, they begin to burn brightly. We see this sometimes as shooting stars in the night sky. Coming next to the moon. the way the Earth moves around the Sun, the Moon moves around the Earth in a fixed orbit. The Moon is the natural satellite of the Earth. It takes about 27.3 days to complete one rotation around the Earth. Now, you must have seen how Moon changes its shape from crescent moon to full moon and back again during the entire month. These are called phases of the moon. Moon also does not have any light of its own, just like the planets. It reflects the sunlight that falls on its surface. That is how we see the moon shining. We next come to stars. A star is a huge ball of gas where it produces heat and light of its own. Sun is the largest star of our solar system. Sometimes groups of stars form recognizable shape. These shapes are known as constellation. Let us see a few examples here. This is a constellation named Leo. This is a constellation named Ursa Major. And this is a constellation named Scorpio. This is a constellation named Orion. It is important for us to remember that the number of stars in every constellation is going to be different. We are now going to understand a very important concept, which is movement of the Earth. The Earth has an axis that runs exactly in the center, from the North Pole to the South Pole. The Earth also has an equator that divides the Earth into the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere. Now, with this knowledge, let us understand the two different types of movement that the Earth takes. The first movement is called rotation. Spinning of the Earth on its own axis is called rotation. Rotation of the Earth causes day and night. As you can see from the picture, the part of the Earth that faces the Sun has day. The part of the Earth away from the Sun has night. So, as the Earth rotates on its axis, day changes to night and night changes to day. So, we have understood that rotation of the Earth causes day and night. Now, let us understand how seasons are caused. The revolution of the Earth around the Sun causes changing of seasons. Let us understand better looking at this picture. The Earth is slightly tilted at its axis. As we can see here, the hemisphere which is tilted towards the Sun will receive maximum sunlight and will have summer. The hemisphere which is away from the Sun will receive little sunlight and will have winters. After 6 months, this changes and the hemisphere with winter will now have summer and the hemisphere with summer will now have winter. So, in this chapter, we have learned what the solar system is. We have learned about the 8 planets that revolve around the Sun and make up our solar system. We have learned about Moon, which is the natural satellite of the Earth. We have learned about the 2 movements of the Earth, rotation and revolution, that cause day and night and change of seasons. Thank you.